I just gave some of the leaf propagations that I've got a water. I mixed the water with a bit of power feed. There's River and Tilly having a snooze while I play around with the plants. Tia's always hanging around, aren't you? Always under my feet, that one. She's like a shadow. She's got to follow me everywhere. Actually, look at this little leaf prop here. I think she's monstrose. There's a normal one. I'll show you the mother plant. This is the mother plant. So yeah, I think that that baby's a little bit funky, which is pretty cool. Hopefully it stays that way. I love the weird ones. They're a bit of a favorite of mine. Look at this. That's its name. I think I've seen some of them can blush like a pink color. Mine has yet to do that. She was full of babies. She had babies all the way around her. And I snipped some of them off for propagation just in case she decides to go to heaven one day. But she's been a really consistent plant. She's I guess some people would say she's boring, but I think she's actually quite pretty. This was a weird one that I found at Bunnings. It was monstrose. That's what she is there. I found two of them. What I was meant to do, I found one and I was really happy that I found one. And then when I found the second one, I was like, okay, I'll head chop one and make propagations, but I still have not done that. Some more leaf propagations that I have growing down here. Some of them are like variegated ones. I won't know if they're variegated until they get a bit bigger. This one here, hold on, I'll try and zoom in. This one here, I don't know if you can pick up, if the camera's picking it up, but that one's variegated. That is a golden glow leaf propagation, my variegated golden glow. Yeah, I kind of just tossed them all in here as a bit of a surprise for myself. Oh, there's a Botox Beauty one. Yeah. I know, I think up this end I've got a lot of snow bunnies. But yeah, the variegated golden glow. Be nice if I got a leaf propagation from that was variegated. That would be cool. Lolita, I can't get over this plant. I feel like it was not long ago, but she got severely sunburnt. And I cannot believe it, but she's grown out of it already. Actually, I have some leaf propagations of her. I'll show you. They don't look too pretty right now, but that's because, you know, they're starting to get their little roots and whatnot. But yeah, that is Lolita leaf props. This is a flower stem of my Echeveria Dream Fantasy. I think she was trying to grow a pup. I don't know. I mean, it's still alive. We'll see how it looks in spring. We're in autumn now. Soon to be winter eventually, but yeah. So I can't seem to see like a flower bud. Like sometimes you see flower buds. Like this one had a flower bud. This is my gleaming flower stem. This one was a flower bud, and then I took the centers out of them to see what would happen. I was just experimenting. But with this one here, I couldn't see any flower buds forming, so I can only hope that it's a baby. I was just checking out all these guys. Look what I found. A baby snail. I don't have the heart to get rid of them. And by get rid of them, I mean, you know, like under my shoe. I picked them up and I flicked them out on the lawn out there. And if they make it back here, they make it back here. And if a bird eats them, a bird eats them. But as long as they're not eating my plants. This is why I can't get rid of them. They look at me with their cute little eyes. My phone would focus. But they're kind of too cute. This garden bed is recovering from getting smashed by hail. I've got to go through and weed it again. The grass loves growing in here, and all sorts of other weeds. I love how they just all cluster together. And I'll stand back so you can get a better look at it. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. And then you've got my plastic pot collection. But yeah. Oh, I swear to God, I have a rooster. We have many roosters, but I've just got one rooster that attacks my plants. And I tell you what, he really tests my patience. He really, really does. He's quite stupid, actually. The other day, he was in the horse paddock and one of the horses got him and ripped some of his tail feathers out because he was underneath them trying to eat their food, and a horse will not tolerate that. I mean, some do, but some don't. But yeah, look what he does. He's such a pain. He really is. I always have some sort of animal eating my plants. Sorry, I was shaking a rock out of my shoe. Yeah, I always have some sort of issue happening. The other day I had a bloody goat eat my plants. Like this is Echeveria Zoro. She had 2 heads. Now one of her heads all destroyed. My Pappy's Rose. That got destroyed in a way as well. Alright, and the saddest part, my Echeveria raindrops. If you go back and watch my frillies and bumpies video, oh man, I went on about how this thing has been through hell and back, like the snails had eaten it to the stump like 4 times, and I didn't know how it was still alive, and it was looking so good. Now look at it now. It's back to square one, the poor thing. Like the goat completely destroyed it. If you don't laugh, you'll cry, huh? Oh, man. Some more propagations that got absolutely smashed by the hail. Not only did they get smashed by hail, they got eaten by that bloody rooster. I like looking at all the colours. They're so pretty. He attacked my lilac spoons. They're slowly growing out of it now, but I'm amazed how quickly succulents recover. I'm hoping all those plants that the goat got recover nicely. Everything happens for a reason, right? Maybe they'll grow some more heads. I love this thing. It's pink. It's so beautiful. There's its name there. I think it's also known as like the rainbow cactus. I remember I had it on my wish list for ages, and then I finally got one. This one here has the prettiest flowers. The only reason why I bought it is because on the website it had really beautiful flowers, and I got it. It was like incy wincy, was tiny, and then I patiently waited for the flowers, hoping that it was true. Don't you stick your nose on the cactus? Hoping that I did get the right one, and I did. It has the prettiest little flowers. They're like multiple colours. They're really pretty. My variegated trailing jade. She was also caught in the hailstorm. But how pretty is she? So pretty. I've got another one. She's not as variegated. I've actually tortured that one a bit by accident. I just neglected her a lot. Isn't this pretty? I got her when she was like, I don't know, smaller than this one individual head. Such a proud mother moment. All her babies. She's so pretty. I gave a piece of this to my nan. Like, oh gosh, I can't even remember. Sometime last year. And I went to her house the other day, and she's got it near her door. And she started telling me all about it, and because it gets like really pretty pink flowers. and she was amazed that it had these beautiful flowers on it. And she also told me that one of the ladies down the road came over and she fell in love with it as well, so Nan gave her a piece, and now it's growing in her garden and she loves it. And yeah, it was so nice to hear that it brought somebody else joy, and then that then brought another person joy. But yeah, so nice. These are some more leaf propagations that I just have lying around. Like, so many of them need to be planted. Oh my gosh, I am the worst plant mom. They're just all like plants that have either died or I've done like head chops, and I've just like tossed the extra leaves. Like, there's babies like underneath, like some of the leaves are like died, so I just get rid of them, they're easy. But yeah, it's a bloody mess in here, an absolute bloody mess. Got more, thank you River, thank you. I've got more, sorry, I don't know what this dog's doing. I got more leaf props down here. These ones are from plants that have died, and I've managed to just get the plant in time and pluck all its leaves, and then I've just tossed random flowers in here for some reason. But yes, leaves everywhere. Some more leaf props. These ones are from the leaves off the flower stems. One day I just went around cutting off all the flower stems, plucking all the leaves, and I just tossed them in this tray and let them go. They're such cute little things, aren't they? This is my Echeverius star mark. She got sunburnt, but now she's already growing out of it. In winter, this thing goes like orange and pink. It's really cool. But I picked her up before and watch what happens. So that's her pot. It's hard to do with one hand, but it's happening. I need to repot her. But isn't she pretty? This is one of my favorites. I was so upset when she got sunburnt, but it just gives her a bit of character, you know? A Beyonce caught my eye. Isn't she pretty? I know some people hate the bumps. You either love them or you hate them, and I love them. They're so cool. Look how pretty she is. This is one of her babies. I think I've got 5 babies. 4 of them are variegated and one of them is just normal, has no variegation. Here it is. Looks like a totally different plant. Like, if I did not know that this plant was from my mother Beyonce, I would say that I'm lying. But yeah, she is the sibling. I'll put them together. Here are all her children, all in different stages of life. But yeah, that's I did a head chop and she grew all these babies on her stem, and one by one I slowly removed the babies, and now they're their own plant. I had to put a baby next to Mum. This is the biggest baby. But yeah, mother like daughter, daughter like mother. Anywho, I think I've spoken enough for this video, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.